Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to my Facebook Live. I'm so excited to share with you today the bonus project kit for April. I waited until the last day of April to reveal it. I really need to get my act together, but I'm really excited about these projects that I pulled together for you. So if you order $40 or more in my online store during the month of April, which ends today, you'll get this project kit in the mail for free from me. This is sort of my way to do Stamp Club long distance with all of my customers all throughout the United States. So there are 3 projects included. You get pre-cut cardstock and materials to make 3 different projects. And then I use the host code to divvy up all the host rewards. So all the host rewards in April, I've divvied up into a free gift. And this month's free gift is 4x6 pieces of the Love What You Do specialty designer paper. This is from the annual catalog and it is retiring, but it is one of my favorite papers. Can you see the shine on this? This paper is really cool. It has sort of this pearlized accents on some of the flowers. Hopefully you can see it in the light, but it's a little bit heavier. It's a thick cardstock, and this comes in 12 by 12. It actually comes with 4 sheets of each pattern, so it's kind of like a double pack of designer paper. And I've cut just 4 by 6 pieces for you as your free gift. So all these pieces you'll be able to use on whatever projects that you want at home. I'm not cutting from these for the projects. In fact, I am using the paper in the projects this month, but all the pieces that you need for the projects are pre-cut, ready to go in your packet. So you will not need to cut your designer paper. You can keep all those to use for something else. And then I'm also including 4 of the pearlized doilies, which coordinate very nicely with the designer paper. So you'll get 4 extra doilies to do whatever you want with. And then half a package of the artisan pearls. I love these. And so I just cut the package right in half and included that. You are going to use a couple of these to embellish your projects, but you'll have most of them to use later. I'm trying to look and see if these pearls are retiring. They are retiring. So I have this retiring list. Have you guys seen this yet? The last chance product list. This came out a couple weeks ago on April 15th, and the list that Stampin' Up! Released was a little bit overwhelming. Like, I cleaned it up. It needed a little bit of work. So make sure that you download the link, and I'll put it in the video description when I'm done with this video. But my last chance list kind of boils down. I took out all the wood stamps. I took out all the French stamps. I took out all the bundles because every bundle is retiring. Even if the stamp set or the die is going to carry over, the bundles are all retiring. All that pricing ends in 1 month on June 3rd. So make sure you get all the bundles that you want. And then the other thing I did was we have some stamp sets that are going to carry over and convert from clear mount to cling mount. They're still rubber stamps, but they have a stickier sticker. And so Stampin' Up! Had included all of those stamps on their original list, and that was a little bit confusing. So I took all those out too. So all of the rubber stamp sets that are not on the list are still in the catalog and will convert to the cling stickers. So anyway, I boiled my list down so it's not so overwhelming. I also have been updating it to indicate and mark the sold out items. So make sure that you take a look at the retiring list, my version of it, so that you can see very easily what is retiring and what is not. The designer paper is retiring. The artisan pearls are retiring. I forgot to look about the doilies. But you want to make sure that you get those before they go away. Let me see really quick on the doilies. I love these doilies. I hope they're not retiring. I'm not seeing them in my quick glance, but I'll have to double check later. So make sure you got more paper and more of these awesome pearls before they go away, and all the other last chance products. In fact, if you order today $40 or more and you haven't ordered in April yet, you're going to get this kit. And I'll be sending these out next week. So all the materials to make the project. So I wanted to step you through the projects and show you how to make them and what they look like. And the stamp set that I used on these is Petal Palette. This is from the annual catalog and it is retiring. So you might have it at home already. I chose this one because I liked the style of it. I thought that some of the flowers really coordinated very well with the flowers in the designer paper. But I always plan these bonus projects to be very versatile, so you can use whatever stamp set that you have at home. So if you don't have the petal palette stamp set, that's okay. You can substitute other sentiments and other images to create the same cards. Let's just go ahead and dive in. This is the first card we're going to make. And as I said, everything comes pre-cut and ready to go. I even score the cardstock for you. So all you have to do is just start stamping and creating. So for this one, we're going to use the Best Wishes stamp and the flower stamp from the Rich Raspberry, I'm losing my train of thought, petal palette. And I'm going to bring in here, I just printed out a new thing, so I'm going to keep I want to keep my grid paper nice and pretty, and we're going to stamp off the edge a little bit. So let's get our ink pads out. The ink pads I'm using on these projects all are Rich Raspberry Crumb Cake and Black Memento. I forgot to say hello. I forgot to say hello when you jump on. I see that there's 12 of you watching, but nobody has said hello yet. So say hi when you jump on. Even if you're watching the replay, just type replay and let me know that you're out there and how you're doing today. I hope that you guys are all having a great day, maybe enjoying some lunch here in the middle of the day. I can't believe that May is tomorrow already. That is just blowing my mind. Oh, my ink pad is super juicy, so I'm going to try to give it a light touch. Oh, it's okay, but it's pretty dark, isn't it? I got this ink pad at Onstage. At the end of Onstage, we were allowed to split up all the stuff on the table, so Stampin' Up didn't have to take it all back home with them and fly it back to Utah. And so I was really excited. I needed a new Memento ink pad, and so that is what I picked out on one of the rounds around the table. I'm looking for my little paper snips. I thought I brought them out here and I don't see them. So we're gonna use the big scissors. Don't yell at me. I know some of you are very particular that these scissors are only ribbon scissors. I do use mine for paper too, though. All right, I'm doing my little banner trick where I start by cutting right up the center, and then I cut from each corner to that center mark. That helps me just to get a nice even banner. When you can do that little trick on any size cardstock. So I thought I smeared it a little bit. So I've got our little banner there, and then we're gonna stick on, okay, I see some comments now. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. You thought your comments weren't working. No one was commenting. That's so sad. You guys have to shout out and say hello. It's hard when I do a video because I'm just talking to myself the whole time. So it helps when you guys comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like it or don't like it, or if you do something different. Sometimes I ask your feedback as I'm going along. So I always love it when you comment. So please do. Say hello, leave a comment, let me know what you're doing. The piece here is basic black. It's 1.5 by 4 1/4 inches. And then I have a piece of designer paper to go over it. And this designer paper I'm going to put on Stampin' Dimensionals. This is 3 inches by 4 1/4. And I suppose if you were being very conscious of your paper, you could do like 3 by 4 instead. I actually have a ton of this designer paper. I don't know how I ended up with so many extras of this sheet, so I'm not concerned about that. The reason I did 3 by 4 1/4 is so that there would be an even amount of space around the edges, so that it was proportional to the card front. So 3 by 4 1/4 is what I did. Hello everybody. And then we're gonna do the doily in the middle. I'm just gonna do a little bit of snail to hold it down, and then we're gonna put the banner over the top with some dimensionals. Did I use dimensionals? You know what? I did not use dimensionals. I just glued that puppy down. So let's do it. I think because I had dimensionals on the paper, I didn't do dimensionals on the banner. That, and we're gonna add the, don't smear. We're gonna add the ribbon. So I'm just gonna cut some angles on the ribbon. Try to cut those the same way. to go across the front, maybe a little bit more. Are you guys eating lunch? Is it lunchtime where you are? Oh, my dogs gave a little shout out to the dog outside. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of the tear tape. That's what's so funny. I know you can't see her. She's just curled up right now in her little bed, just letting out a little woof. She's not even looking up, but she hears the dog outside. I have two little beagles. They are 7 and 8 years old. We rescued them last year, and they are pretty quiet inside. They just are pretty chill. All right, there's our designer, or our ribbon. This is the Rich Razzleberry velvet ribbon, which is also retiring, so make sure that you get that. And we're gonna add some pearls in the center. I'm gonna use the sort of peach colored pearls that coordinate, oh, that looks like pink, that coordinate with the designer paper. That is pink. Here's the other peach grapefruit grove card. So there's the finished card. I think that the pearls really add to that, to the flowers and make them pop. So this is card 1. If you're just joining, this is the April bonus project kit. So when you shop with me and spend $40 or more in 1 month, that's before tax and shipping, you get a bonus project kit, and you get pre-cut project materials, and you get the a little gift. So the gift is the Love What You Do designer paper, which is so gorgeous. This one is my favorite, and we're going to use this one on the next card. I love the colors in here. We've got Mint Macaron, Old Olive, and Tranquil Tide. And Tranquil Tide is one of the retiring in colors. I brought them out so you could see. We've got, you know, the in colors come every year, and they stay for 2 years and then go. So every year we have 5 colors that rotate in and 5 colors that rotate out. And so these are the colors that are on their way out. And I'm so sad because I love these. You have to tell me which one of these in colors that is retiring. Which one is your favorite? We have Berry Burst, Powder Pink, Tranquil Tide, Fresh Fig, and Lemon Lime Twist. The first time I saw Lemon Lime Twist, I thought, oh, heck no. It's really, really bright, but I have grown to love it so much, and I am going to miss it. But I think maybe the color I'm going to miss the most is Tranquil Tide. I really love, I just love this rich, deep tone. I'm kind of excited because Pretty Peacock is similar, but it's more blue. So I think that Pretty Peacock will make me happy, even though I have to say goodbye to Tranquil Tide. But Tranquil Tide is the color that I've chosen for the card base of this card. I'm going to move this back out of the way. So we've got Tranquil Tide, which I pulled from the designer paper, and then Mint Macaron and Basic Black. So then we got a standard card front here, 8.5 by 5.5. Scored at 4 1/4. The black cardstock is 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches, and then the Mint Macaron is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And you can see that I have embossed it with the Floral Essence embossing folder. Is that what it's called? Oh, I meant to grab it so that I could show you. We have a bunch of embossing folders that are retiring, and this is one of them. You want to make sure to get all your favorite embossing folders. We're still going to have embossing folders in the new catalog, just some different ones, and I think a little bit of a smaller selection. What is this one called? Isn't it Floral Essence? Lovely Floral. So close. I knew that floral was in it. Lovely Floral is this one, and it has a, like, it could cover the whole card front, but I angled my my embossing folder so that it would only cover the corner. And then we have a strip of designer paper. This is 1 inch by 4 3/4 inches. So we're going to put that across the cardstock here on the side. And sometimes, you know, measurements are just off a little bit, and so oops, let me get that all the way to the edge. So I like to just trim. If it goes over like that, I'm just going to trim that off. And then I'm going to put this on top of the black. I'm using a lot of black on the projects, and I think it really makes the other colors really pop, because black is kind of a prominent color in this Love What You Do designer paper. I'm going to put this onto the card front, and we are nearly done. This card is Got a really kind of clean and simple layout with an element over here and the strip of designer paper on the side. I have 2 circles. The white one is 1 3/4 inch and the black one is 2 inches. I used my circle punches for that, but you can always use the layering circle framelits, which I also do love. I just find punches to be easier. Do you guys like punches better, or do you like dies better? I think punches are just easier and quicker to do, although I know there is more variety when you're using dies, so it goes both ways, but I like punches better. If I had the choice, I would use a punch over a die. And so we're just going to stamp that and layer it onto the circle. The thing I like about the layering circles is that it comes with straight circles and scallop circles, and so I really do miss having a scallop circle punch. We do have 2 punches in the catalog that are scallop circles, but they're small. They're 1 1/8 inch and 1 3/8 inch, and so I just find that they're not big enough to layer in the sizes that I want. So this is 1 3/4 and 2 inch, and this is like the size that I like to use. So I wish we had a scallop circle that would layer with one of these. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to add a little pearl. Just to add a little color here, I'm going to add some of the I don't know if that's supposed to be Tranquil Tide or the mint, but one of those little greens, and it just ties in there nicely. What do you think of that card? We have this one to start with, and then we've got this one. We're using the same kind of material, so that I like that the cards coordinate, but they're still very different, totally look and feels. All right, are you guys ready for the last card? Let me break out the card packet. Here it is up here. This card was inspired by Colleen Magnus, who demonstrated at Onstage in Charlotte. She demonstrated this really cool quilt card, and so I could not wait to make it myself. I made a little, my card a little bit different. Colleen was using the new Everything is Rosy designer paper to make her card. This is a really cool new thing that Stampin' Up! Is coming out with. It's called the product medley. So it's bigger than a bundle and everything coordinates. This is coming out May 1st. It will only be available in May and only available together as a product medley. It will not be available in the new catalog, and it will not ever be available separately. So you want to make sure that you get your product medley right away before it sells out, because it's only while supplies last from May 1st through May 31st, 2019. This is what the product medley it includes. It includes the Everything is Rosy stamp set. Let me see if I can bring that a little bit closer to show you some of the detail. Everything is Rosy stamp set. The Everything is Rosy dies. There are 10 different dies. And then you have a 6x6 paper pack, which includes 8 sheets of 6 double-sided designs. This is a specialty paper with the rose gold, which is so popular. Rose gold foil accents on the paper. Then we have some die cuts, both flowers and also foil die cut tags. We have 2 rolls of ribbon with 10 yards each. That's like a regular roll of ribbon. One of them is Night of Navy, a satin ribbon with a metallic rose gold edging, and the other is the Melon Mambo ruched ribbon. Then we've got rose gold shimmer paint and rose gold mirror accents. That's a lot of stuff. I cannot wait to order. There was not a demonstrator pre-order period, so I have not gotten to play with these myself yet, but I'm super excited to order it starting tomorrow. I will be having a I'm having an in-person mini retreat for the Everything is Rosy at my house here in Champaign, Illinois on Saturday, May 11th. If you purchase the Everything is Rosy product medley, then you're invited to attend my retreat. And if you pre-order it through me, then I'll have it ready to go at the retreat, and I will have card layouts and ideas, and we're just gonna sit and just craft together and make stuff with the Everything is Rosy product medley. I'll have some brunch food, and I'm really excited to just kind of have some crafty time. But if you don't live locally, I'm also going to have a virtual Everything is Rosy retreat, and so I'll have a special Facebook group with project ideas and card layouts and all this stuff all throughout the month of May. So if you purchase the Everything is Rosy product medley from my online store starting May 1st, then you'll be invited to join the Everything is Rosy virtual retreat and craft with us all month long. If you're a member of my Jubilant Stampers team and you purchase the Everything is Rosy product medley, just send me a picture of your order confirmation or a picture of you with your goodies when they come, and I will add you to the group for free. So if you purchase the medley, or if you're on my team and you purchase the medley, you'll be able to participate in that virtual retreat. I'm super excited. And if you live in Champaign-Urbana or Central Illinois, I would love for you to join me on Saturday, May 11th for the real retreat. You'll also have access to the virtual retreat Facebook group as well. So where I was going with that, Colleen was showing the Everything is Rosy product medley on stage, and she demonstrated this quilt card. And so I'm not using the Everything is Rosy because I don't have it yet, but this is the quilt card that Colleen demonstrated and showed. I have to give her credit because it's just such a fun card. So I didn't write these down on little Post-its, but I'm going to tell you the measurements. The base piece is 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. It's a square. 3 3/4 by 3 1/4, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, then the rich raspberry piece is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Again, it's a square. This is going to layer on top of that. Then the Whisper White cardstock is 2 1/2 inches by 2 1/2 inches. And you can see that I've embossed it with the Quilt Top embossing folder. This embossing folder is also retiring. So if you love the look of the quilt, make sure that you get the Quilt Top embossing folder before it retires. So this was 2 1/2 inches, and we're going to put it on the cardstock like this. Then we have some of the designer paper, and you're going to have 2 squares each of 2 different patterns. This is the Love What You Do paper that is included in the April bonus project kit gift. These designer paper pieces are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. Okay, so let's do some gluing down, and then I'm going to show you where to put the designer paper squares. First, I'm going to start by putting the rich raspberry cardstock onto the basic black cardstock piece. Then we're going to take that Whisper White piece that has been embossed, and we're going to glue it down diagonally in like a diamond. Okay, then we're going to take 2 of our designer papers and we're going to stick them on the card. I can't believe how easy this quilt card is. It's so amazing. Okay, so we're going to stick them on the corners like this. Okay, and then we're going to take the other 2 pieces and we're going to cut them in half diagonally. You can use your paper trimmer, or if you are allowed to use your scissors to cut paper, then you can cut diagonally. I like the long blade for cutting on diagonals. It makes it really easy. So you're going to cut those pieces diagonally. And then the way that Colleen did her quilt card is she put the diagonal pieces like this on either side. But I decided to do mine a little bit differently, and I varied them to make a pinwheel. So I altered the angle each time so that it makes more of a pinwheel design. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. Do you guys like to quilt? Does anybody quilt? I have to say I'm not really very handy with a needle and thread, to the point that my husband is the one who will sew buttons on at our house. He handles some of that. I do just a little bit of like I sew up the stuffed animals when they have holes in them. Oops, that's not the way I wanted to do that one. But I'm not really handy when it comes to a needle and thread, and so I never got into quilting. I love the look of it. It's just not something that I've ever done myself. Okay, look how quick and easy that was. Guys, this is so easy. You're going to be making quilt cards like crazy, like bananas. So thank you, Colleen, for showing us this awesome, quick and easy quilt technique. All right, so that's going to go on the front of the card, and I felt like it needed something here in the middle. Like I just said, I'm not a quilter, so I don't know what this pattern is called. I don't know, you would still put something in the middle, right, on a quilt, like a button or some kind of something, I feel like. So I decided to put the doily, and so what I'm doing is I'm just going to cut out the center part of the doily. Okay, this comes in your kit. So all these pieces are ready to go. The only thing that you'll have to do when you get your April bonus project kit, the only thing you'll have to do is to cut those pieces in half diagonally. I know you guys all have scissors, so I'm going to let you do that cutting. And so I cut out the center of this doily, and I'm just cutting the little, I want to say hairs. They're not hairs, but the little pieces. I'm going to cut all those off and just make it a smooth. So you get kind of a flower shape out of the center. It does look like a snowflake. If you left all those little, well, I would call them hairs, but if you left all those little pieces, it would totally work as a snowflake. But we're going for a flower because it's not snowing. So I live in central Illinois, like that's the middle of the state and pretty close to Indiana, but my friend was here over the weekend to run the marathon, and it snowed up at her house. She lives in the Chicago suburbs, and they got like 4 to 8 inches of snow. Can you believe that? At the end of April. This weather. Oh my gosh, I just cut that off. Oh my gosh. I was putting my scissors down and somehow I snipped it. That is really sad. Well, I don't have another one. You don't want to watch me cut another one. I'm going to show you the rest of the card, and I won't glue it down, and I'll fix it later off camera. On the little piece of rich raspberry, this is a 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch circle. I'm going to stamp that flower from the Petal Palette stamp sets. Oh, I forgot I was going to use the bird too. Let me get that stamp out. This is the stamp set I used on all the cards. Petal Palette. It is retiring. So if you don't have it yet, make sure you get it because this is a fun one. I love that it has all the words and then it has different sentiments or images. Really pretty spring images and really great words as well. Some people were asking about a discount. So none of the retiring things, when they released the list, none of them were on sale. And a lot of times we do see sale prices on the last chance stuff. So I anticipate that there will be some sale prices added to the last chance list sometime in May. If not right at the beginning, maybe a weekend. I thought I heard somebody mention May 6th or 7th. I don't know where they saw that date because I don't remember seeing that. But if you're waiting for discounts, I think that they will discount some things. However, I have to warn you, everything is while supplies last. So if you are waiting for a discount and that sells out before it goes on sale, you're going to be so sad. So don't wait for a discount. Make sure that you get the stuff that you want before it goes away. Okay, so I'm not going to glue it down because I told you I'm going to fix that doily. You saw where I messed up, right? Oh, so sad. So I'm going to put that right in the center with a dimensional, and then I added the bird down here and the thank you. And I was struggling because I really felt like it needed something down here, but I didn't know what. Like it felt empty. Colleen used on her card, she used one of these die cut tags to go across the bottom, and that worked really well, but I didn't really have anything. So I like the bird stamp. I'm not sure if it goes with the quilts. I kind of like it. If you don't like it and if you're not using the stamp set, you can leave the bird off of your card at home. But I'm obsessed with the quilt. Okay, since I didn't glue this one together, let me pull out my finished sample so that you can see it all glued together so nothing's gonna fall off. Here is the quilt card all finished. Do you love it? What do you think? I hope that you like the quilts that Colleen came up with and that you'll try it at home. Here are all 3 cards in the April bonus project kit in case you're joining late. So you'll get the pre-cut materials to make all of these cards. If you place an order with me, that's $40 or more during the month of April. My team members, everyone on the Jubilant Stampers team has the option to subscribe to these kits. So if you're on my team, you can subscribe to get the monthly project kits for just $5. That includes the pre-cut cardstock, that includes the gift, that includes postage. So that is quite a steal. So if you are not a demonstrator yet, you should join, because tomorrow's May 1st, May 2nd, Thursday, demonstrators will get to pre-order from the brand new catalog. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The annual catalog will start on June 4th for all customers, but demonstrators will be able to order a select number of products starting on Thursday, May 2nd. And so if you join as a demonstrator and get some of the new stuff, you can actually get it in your starter kit, the new stuff. If you join on May 2nd or later, you can choose the pre-order items in your starter kit. You get $125 worth of product of your choice for $99 plus tax. And then as a member of my team, you'll be able to subscribe to my project kit and get them for just $5 a month, which is awesome. So here again is the April kit. Like I said, here's the free gift. You get a little bit of that really beautiful designer paper, the Love What You Do. You get the 4 doilies, half a package of the pearls, so you'll be able to use these on many more projects. The only thing that you'll need is the pearls. Everything else comes pre-cut in the kit, ready to go so that you can save these for other projects. That's it for me today. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching. Thanks for liking and sharing this video. And I wish you all a very happy week. Bye.